Good evening. I just felt like going ahead and doing another one of my mashups. This will be the second to the last bag. So I have my water heating up on the stove. I got my coffee maker set up to heat up the water for my coffee. But in the meantime, I'll wait for a couple others. I'll wait a few minutes to see if anyone else joins in. So what you'll see tonight is something that was recently featured on another reviewer's channel. But what came with what I'm about to show you is a little bit different than what he got accompanying his can of the same food. Now, if you go back to when I opened up all of these rations that I've been mixing up, you'll see what it is, but I watched his video, so I know exactly what this stuff is going to look like. And from the way it looks, it is going to be delicious. So and this will be Ration Mashup number 6. I have one more to do. I'm not sure if I will go ahead and do it before I head out of town next Sunday for a family camping trip, or if I will wait till after I get back to do that one. Wandering Veteran, and oh, Art is here, and I was about to go ahead and start this off. So again, this is Ration Mashup number 6. And what do I have in the bag? This is from the British Vegetarian ORP, the bean and pasta salad. I'm going to go ahead and have this cold instead of heating it up. And to go along with that is the mixed fruit that I got from one of the rations that I got from Ration. Sorry about the shadow. The shadow is cast by the flexible arm of my phone mount. My cold drink will be the Beyond the Beaten Track energy drink, the orange flavor from the British ORP. I have the second cheese spread. And I have from the French RCIR the 3 packs of the salty crackers. And this is the coffee from the French RCIR. And to go along with that, the second sweetened condensed milk that I got from Ration. So that is both provide the creamer and the sugar. That's okay. You can always catch up later. But thanks for dropping in anyway. And I have the plum jelly from the RCIR. And the South African energy bar. This is the peach flavor. And then the star of tonight's show will be Nathan's Emery featured tuna pepperade, and it has couscous and vegetables in it. So I have my water heating up to drop this into. This is a 300-gram can, and I look forward to trying it. And when he opened his up, it looked pretty darn good. So I'm going to drop this into the hot water, and then I will fire up the coffee pot to heat up the water for the coffee. Has a slight orange or peach color to it. Oops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to bump it. One thing about this camera mount, it is not very steady. But using it allows me to see the chat. While I'm doing this, because I'm only using one device. So this is orange drink. It looks almost like doesn't look like orange juice or any of the orange drinks that we would be familiar with here in the US. Most of the drinks that you get in the British rations call for either 500 mils or half a liter water, or sometimes 250, sometimes 300, just depends on which brand. I will put that back there. Now, this is my first time having this French coffee. The RCIR that Nathan got, they went back to the SRD coffee. And this is what it looks like. I'm just going to squeeze this sweetened condensed milk in here, all of it. or at least as much as I can. This is about the color of the sweetened condensed milk that we are familiar with here in the U.S., either from Eagle brand or Borden or Carnation. But some of the European versions are a little more yellow than this. And that's what that looks like. And my hot water should be done, so I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that. The commercial rents are everywhere going up. In the downtown area of Des Moines, there's one building that even one of the largest insurance companies blew out of because, when the economic crisis hit, they dumped a load of not only their assets, but a lot of their employees. So they abandoned that space, and now that's pretty much empty. And a lot of the smaller businesses that were up in there, they're gone too. Keith Gregory, thanks for dropping in. So I just mixed up my French coffee with an American sweetened condensed milk that you would find in milk cold weather, because it was in a white wrapper. Now I'm going to set my coffee back here. This orange drink is from the British ORP. It's their energy drink. I'm actually going to set my cheese spread on top of there. I'm going to open up my mixed fruit, but instead of using the tear notch which it goes across like this, I'm going to cut it across here. So that hopefully it won't be as much of a mess. Or actually, it's not mixed fruit. Yeah, it's mixed fruit like the canned fruit cocktail. Believe it or not, got a little piece of cherry in there. Oh, more than one piece of cherry. And when I ordered my 24-hour custom ration from Ration, they were selling these as an extra item, so I ordered it. So this is what the South African energy bar looks like. This is the peach one. Now, some of these French salty crackers up, but that's okay. I'll eat them anyway. I have all 3 packs. What I do with some of them, I might put some of them in with the bean salad, especially these broken pieces. As you can tell, I do not have a whole lot of room on this tray because it's not in the same style as the trays that most of the other use. You know, I just make do with what I got. I'm going to go ahead and, since I've had these crackers before, I know what they're like, I'm going to go ahead and squirt some of the plum jam on it so you get an idea what it looks like. It almost looks like it might be the color of strawberry because it's red instead of black like you might think of with a plum. Bean pasta salad will probably end up getting combined with the tuna anyway, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Well, that tear notch was a fail. That's more like it. Sometimes they cooperate, sometimes not. Going to be quite thick since I did not heat it up, which would obviously make the tomato sauce look a little bit looser. And since I have this other cheese spread, I figured I'd go ahead and open it up too. I'm just going to put that back there. I'm going to go ahead and get my main, and I'll be right back. I'm just using a towel to dry it off since it's been in the boiling water. There's a bit of a hiss off of that. I don't know if you heard that, but there was. I'm just doing it over here because I want to be able to get a good grip on it when I'm pulling the top back. Of course, I have my foreignemery.com spork. So this is the couscous. There's assorted vegetables in here. Oops. Again, I'm surprised my cat is just not going absolutely bonkers. Maybe all the other scents that are mingled with the tuna are masking the scent or acting as a deterrent so that she wouldn't be interested in it. Yeah, there is a tuna pepperod. And in mine, the tuna is a little bit more broken up than how Nathan's was. Apparently his is like all in one huge chunk, whereas the tuna in mine is a little bit more broken up. But that is what it looks like. So give it a bite. I can see why he likes it. Even for someone who does not like tuna at all, he really enjoyed it. I guess it's because of the seasonings and all the other flavors that were put with it. See, that's a pretty good sized chunk of tuna. It's not so heavily processed. This is really good. Oh, there's MD's Country Cooking. If you're just dropped in, I'm having tuna pepperod. That's what this is. That's from a French RCIR. This bean and pasta salad is from the British ORP. It's a vegetarian menu. Would have been vegan if it wouldn't have been for the cheddar cheese flavored spread that was in there. Kidney beans, butter beans, pasta. Tomato sauce kind of tastes like a ravioli sauce. The beans are soft but not too mushy. Here's a good look at the beans. The pasta is that, oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. The elbow macaroni. It's still pretty firm. So it's got a bit of a spice to it. Bell peppers, there's paprika, there's cayenne or red chili powder, there's then it just says chili powder when I was looking at the ingredients list, so it does have a bit of a chili bite to it. So a bit of a contrast to the tuna, but they're not too bad together. Now this is the plum jam from the French RCIR. Hey, there's Chris Sullivan here. Thanks for dropping in while I have my supper. This plum jam tastes nothing like you might expect from a prune, which is good because, yep, it is dinner time. So it's quite sweet, like you would expect from a fresh plum. There's a Sam in the house. Those that are just joining in on my Ration Mashup 6, I have tuna pepperade from a French RCIR, cold pasta bean salad from a French ORP, a fruit cocktail from an American ration from Ration. This is the plum jam from the French RCIR. This cheese spread from an American. This is an orange energy drink from a British RP, which I'm going to have a sip of right now. It tastes kind of artificial, but yet not quite as artificial as some of the American find. But it's still pretty good. I would definitely be drinking that. And then this French coffee from the RCIR is mixed with a packet of sweetened condensed milk that I got from Ration, and it was in a white packet like you might find in the meal cold weather. And it definitely gives the coffee the kind of smoothness and sweetness that I like. And these crackers here are from the salty biscuits from the French RCIR. And they're quite broken up, as you can tell by the looks of when I lift up this one. Oh, now my cat's making her presence known. And then underneath the salty crackers, I have the South African energy bar, the peach flavored. And there's a bit of jam on it, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and take a bite of it. Definitely peach flavor. It's like there's a layer of fondant all over the outside of it. And there's some kind of a cream right there underneath the top, right above my fingernail, like a little white stripe. And then the nougat inside, unlike some of the other energy bars that I've had from other rations, it does not have the crispy rice in it. But it's a good tasting bar. I like it. So that would definitely give you the energy that you need for the day. Now these salty crackers themselves are actually quite soft, but they're not stale. It's just that they're soft, probably because of the humidity that I've been having to deal with here. So that could be part of it, but they're still good. They have a whole lot more flavor than the USMRE crackers. Now this fruit cocktail here is the typical American fruit cocktail And there's versions of it in other rations. I've had it from a Spanish ration. And wow, there's a Art dropping in a super chat. For those that have never seen that before, that's where a viewer can drop a little bit of coin to help support the channel, so that I can either improve my my video making abilities, or buy something that would otherwise help out my channel, or I could buy a ration that I would like to try that otherwise might be. Oh, Nina, that is Nina. Art's other half looked like they're gonna do that a super chat battle again. So I don't want you two going broke over that. You got rations to buy, and you got stuff to do to help your channel grow, you know. But yeah, that's yeah, here we go again. So for those that have never seen the super chat before, it also holds the comment if a comment is left up there for a longer period of time than what otherwise would be the case. But when you reach a certain level of subscribers and watch hours, and you can get monetized, then you can add the super chat feature. And with the first Google payment I got, I bought a new video camera, which I have not used yet because I just really haven't had that much of a chance to go out and mess with it. And plus, if I were to shoot a video, I cannot open the software until I can get the internet service back here, home internet, instead of just using my hotspot like I'm using now. Oh, yeah. Art says Nina is cheap. You better watch it. She might force you, both of you, to go broke doing this. You don't want to be doing that. But yeah, and I bought a new tripod to replace the smaller one that broke during the Iowa YouTuber meetup that I went to last May. And I will be able to use that new camera with that. So I will take both of those when I go to the meetup in October. If I would have been able to go to the June meetup, then I would have taken them then, but I will definitely take them in October, because I'm interested in seeing how that camera works. I cannot flip the screen around on it, but that's okay. I'll still go ahead and shoot video for it. And I'll need to get some memory cards for it, and I want to figure out how I can attach my clip mic to it, because right now I can't use it, and I have not yet found an adapter where I could use it with a phone or a tablet for hopefully better audio. I'm going to mix, just for the sheer heck of it, I'm going to mix some of this pasta salad with the tuna pepperod. That's not bad. The slight sweetness from the tomato sauce complements the more savory of the tuna. Yeah, I just like it. This is pretty good. I like that not only are the butter and kidney beans not mushy, but neither is the pasta. It probably would have gotten a little bit mushier if I would have heated it up, but I wanted to serve it as is. This is really, really good. I'm definitely going to be enjoying this. And my cat did make an appearance a few minutes ago, but apparently she didn't like what she was smelling, so she went back to my bed to sleep. Oh, wow. That Tide pot is going to make a crap ton of food. You could serve a block party with that thing. I mean, heck, you could bathe probably a 6-year-old in something that big. Yeah, those, the pots like that, I mean, inexpensive, but I'm sure that will serve you very well. But, and I like Thai food anyway. I have had some somewhat authentic Thai food here, but I probably had more authentic Vietnamese or Chinese food than Thai, but what I've had I liked. This for those that have never had the American Ration cheese spread, it's very, very salty. Oh, Nathaniel's Adventures. What is up is my dinner. I'm having a tuna pepperod, which is from a French ration. Cold bean from a British ration. American cheese spread on a French salted cracker. A French plum jam on a French salted cracker. I have American fruit cocktail. I have a British orange drink. And then I have a French coffee with American sweetened condensed milk. So that is my dinner tonight. And yes, this does look like, and South African energy bar, which, unlike some of the other ones, does not have the crispy rice in it. But that's okay. The peach flavor is very, very good in it. I'm sure these are very, very popular in South Africa among the soldiers and others who may get those with their rations. I don't know if Blind Fox, who is a reviewer from South Africa, I don't know if the 5-star energy bar has been featured on that channel. And all the videos I've seen, I've never seen it. It would be interesting to find out if Blind Fox has ever had the 5-star energy bars, or if there are other flavors besides the peach. I'm just mixing more of these two together because I happen to like the combination. Some might think it's weird, but again, it's just what I feel like. These butter beans, if you're not familiar with them, they look like a supersized lima bean or a supersized fava bean. If the beans and the pasta were mushy, even when cold, I probably would not like it as much, but I really like this. And mixed with the tuna pepperod and the couscous and all the rest of what's in there. To me, it's a good combo. As I said earlier, Nathan Zemari reviewed a new French RCIR that had the tuna pepperod, but the other main in his was vegetarian lasagna with textured soy protein as the meat substitute, whereas the other main in mine was the tuna salad that I ate in my previous ration mashup. And that ration was completely FDA compliant, whereas the one that I got originally had chicken pate, but Customs took that out and probably had it for a snack. But I got it from, along with the ORIP, I got both of these from foreignemery.com. I got the vintage beef emery and the meal cold weather that I did earlier this month from Foreign Emery. And I'm looking to try some of the other things that they're going to be putting up on their site soon, so they're not going away. But I still want to try foreign rations. I will just have to look harder to find the ones that I would like to try and hope that I don't get anything filched out of them. So I have one more of these mashups to do before I will be done with all of that big load of goodies. And I think it's been fun doing this. I would like to see other reviewers do that, see what they come up with. I know Smokey did one time last month. But I think it would be fun for others to try it, see what they come up with. And Michael Green over in the UK, what he has done sometimes is he will take various ration components, combine them with stuff that he has in his kitchen to create a meal or a dessert that he would actually serve to his family or just to eat by himself if he's going to be by himself for that night or day or whatever, depending on what time he shoots that video. And of course, Gun Dog, sometimes he likes to add a few of his own spices and other things when he's doing reviews. Or sometimes he does what you call Gun Dogging it, where you just mix everything together and hope that everything is still edible. And I'm not sure I want to go there quite yet. I would want to find the right ration to do that with. A fruit cocktail has peaches, pears, grapes, bits of the maraschino cherry. Basically just canned fruit transferred to a retort pouch. Not as flavorful as this. So anything you all want to tad about while I'm enjoying my dinner? Anything you might want to ask about, or what I might do in the future as far as videos? I got 2 things that I want to do, but I think I'm going to wait till the fall to do that. One of them, or at least sometime in August, I have my second Faraday cage build that I want to do. I will pre-cut the liner pieces out first, just like I did for the first one that I did out of a metal bucket. But the can, the popcorn can is a whole lot bigger, so I had to wait till I got some bigger cardboard to use as a lining for that, and I have that now, so I can go ahead with that. And I still have a crap ton of that foil tape, which I will use for putting over the seams in the can, just to make sure that they're completely closed up. And you can use that same foil tape if you want to attach your grounding wire to the Faraday cage container. That way you would still have metal to metal contact, but yet the foil tape would keep it in place. And make changing of the wire a lot easier if you ever had to change it, if it broke or whatever. You can just stick a new piece on with a piece of foil tape if you didn't think you could. Solder it on, or I don't have the tools to do that, so I'll just use a piece of foil tape to stick a wire on there if I choose to do that. When I do go camping with my family, I will most likely not shoot video of that, simply because there will not only be the one child that is going to be in our party, but because there will be so many other people at that lake, in that campground, that I don't want to risk getting in any hot water with having videos of children, because what YouTube does is comments will automatically get disabled if there are children in a video. I don't know if that video would get demonetized, or if it would get blocked, or age restricted, or what, but I'm not going to take that risk. Plus, it would change the atmosphere of the experience for all of us, and I just don't want to do that. I just want to enjoy the time with them. But I will post on Facebook any fish that I may catch. I did shoot a couple of clips last year when I did one of the campfire, but I lost that one. And one of the bench that my mom had put my dad's name on several years earlier in his memory. I got that clip and I just put that one up on Facebook. So I may not even bother with that because we may not be in that same area. Let's see, I'm going to check the chat again. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would, but because of some other things that have been going on, I don't want to do that. I don't want to cause any problems for any other families that would be there, you know. And right now, I just don't want my channel to get into any trouble just for having a video of a child fishing. Even if I don't mention in the title or description, it could probably still get picked up, because you know how it is after you upload a video or finish a live stream, before it's watchable by anyone, it has to go through YouTube's processing. And I think that is where any potential hits might come to it, whether it would get demonetized or flagged in any way. Even before one view, it could get flagged for whatever reason. So, but in October, I definitely will be shooting video of the meetup, and it may not be just Iowa YouTubers. There may be some people coming from states who are going to be there. So hopefully we'll have a much larger turnout than the last one. But due to the loss of one of my Iowa brothers, there will be one less person there that we were kind of hoping would be able to come, but his time came, and so next spring we will have something in his honor. For those that may not know, Country Prepper, also known as Jeremiah Jewell, Country Prepper was not only his YouTube channel name, his he had a website where he made and sold Kydex sheaths, and just general blogs about preparedness. But he had a Facebook page of the same name as well. So, but the rest of us Iowa YouTubers, in one way or another, have reached out to his family in various ways, and I'll just leave it at that. But there will be something done in Jeremiah's honor next spring, and so I hope to be able to hit up on that, and there will be video of that. But he was even though I never got to meet him personally, I have a piece of his Kydex craftsmanship in the form of a tinder holster. So I carry a piece of him whenever I carry that thing. But he was a good supporter of the community. And you can go to a Country Prepper channel and see all of his past videos of not only his health struggles, but just his prepping videos, his camping videos, and the Kydex works that he did. So he was a very likable guy, and but I was really hoping that I've been able to come to the meetup in October, but well, obviously that's not going to happen. But we'll think of him. We'll probably talk about him. Those that got to meet him in person will reminisce about that. And of course, next spring, we will we'll do something in his honor. Gotta plug in a power bank, so give me a second. There we go. My phone battery is getting pretty low as it is, but I just plugged in a power bank, so I'll be able to keep going for a little while longer. So anything else you want to chat about? Or any questions you want to ask? In June, at that particular attempt at a meetup, there was only the organizer and his wife. The others that I could have potentially gotten a ride with either had prior commitments or something came up and they were not able to attend. Something that would need their more immediate attention. But it was a rainy weekend anyway, so they pretty much had that whole section of campground at Lake McBride to themselves because they had reserved 5 spots, and because none of the rest of us who wanted to go could, they pretty much had that whole area to themselves. There was another couple who showed up. They're not YouTubers, but they are friends of the organizer, Jeep Things Outdoors, and his wife. So they had someone hanging with them for the weekend. But this time, it looks like more people are going to be able to attend. I'm squirting more plum jam onto one of these crackers. So I don't know how many are going to be able to go, but the place that we'll be going will be a different location than Lake McBride. it'll be a lot closer to where I'm at here in central Iowa. So, and it looks like more people are going to be able to work their schedules to get that particular block of days off. But when that does happen, once we all get there and get our camps set up, then I'll be able to show you who all is there. So in May, there were, again, 5 spots. There are probably about there are 10 people there, but 3 people took 1 spot, and then the other, then there are 2 people who each, there are 2 couples who had a spot each, and then there's another couple who had a spot, and then there's a meal by myself, and then there are some others who came for just a short visit. But that was last May at Lake McBride, and that's in eastern Iowa, not too far from Cedar Rapids. And that was where my fishing rod broke. And when I went with my family, sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, there were about 10 people who camped at Lake McBride last May, and a few others visited for 1 meal, just hung out for a short time. We didn't do a whole lot of video shooting, but we did do some, but we just basically just had a good time. I broke my fishing rod at that time, and of course my small tripod broke. I have a new fishing rod. I have a takedown fishing rod that breaks down into 2 pieces. I got it at Walmart. They did not have any that broke down into more than 2 pieces, which would have been more compact. But I'm hoping that this one, which came with some small lures and assorted other bits, I'm hoping that will at least get me something. But anyway, I can go fishing again, and I don't have to beg someone for a rod because I went and bought one. But that is going with me at the end of this month. I leave here on the 28th of this month. I come back on August 2nd. So hopefully I will have at least 1 fish to my credit. I caught 2 last year, but both of them ended up back in the drink. One got dropped when one of my nephews was going to put my bluegill on the stringer, and a bullhead already on there slapped him and knocked my fish out of my nephew's hand, so it went back into the drink. And then the big fat carp I caught, I wanted to keep it, but I got overruled, so it went back in the water. But at least I had 2 fish. So I'm hoping to at least do somewhat well this time. And I will be taking some beef bacon to not only have for my breakfast one or 2 mornings, but I will share it since I don't eat pork. So, and the others are having regular pork bacon, I'll be having my beef bacon. And I have taken that on the other camping trips I've went on where I've shared it with other people and they liked it. It's an Iowa company that produces this halal beef bacon, and it's called Midamar, and it's really, really good. Hormel also makes a beef bacon, which I've only seen that in one store here. So what I might do for the October meetup, I might buy some of that Hormel beef bacon and some of the Midamar, and I'll take both and I'll cook them both and see which ones they like better. In fact, that's what I did with another large group Camp Plus picnic that was attended by probably 4 times as many people who camped at the ledges outside of Boone back in August and early September of 2017, where I took both brands and I just basically mixed them because I wanted to have that an option, and so I didn't split into which is from which brand, but I think I will this time when I go for the October meetup. I'll maybe get a blind taste test to see which one they like better. Now I'll tell them which was which. I think that might be fun. But the Ledges State Park in Boone County has a Des Moines River that runs through it. But for the October meetup, we are opening it to anyone who wants to come. Heck, you don't even have to have a YouTube channel or make videos if you want to attend. You just contact one of us, either Tack and Brenda of AOK Forging Adventures or Jeep Things Outdoors, or even me, and I'll get the word to the others. Just let any of us know that you want to attend, and we'll give you the scoop on how to register for your campsite, or if you want to hook up with another group, you can have a maximum of 6 people per site, 2 vehicles, or at least that's what the state cites. I'm not sure this other place, if the limits are different. I think it might be similar, but contact any one of us Iowa YouTubers, either AOK Forging Adventures, Jeep Things Outdoors, or me, and then I will get with them to say this person is interested. What do I tell them? But there will be videos out later as it gets closer, probably either next month. But if you contact any of us as soon as possible, then we can make sure that you can get into a campsite. And I believe this place will allow hammocks as well as tents. There are electric hookups there, so that if you have an RV or you have a camper shell on a pickup, or you just need electricity for whatever reason, you can do that. And at the place that will be used in March of next year, there is electricity available, and there will be suitable trees for hammocks, in addition to spots marked out for tents. So Steve Brahms has info on that March meetup that will be in honor of Jeremiah Jewell, also known as Country Prepper. So that particular one is in his honor. And so Steve Brahms is the channel to go to for that. And he is also a member of the Iowa YouTuber Facebook group. So he may or may not be able to hit the October meetup, but he is the one who is organizing the one in March. So look for more scoop on that as the time gets closer, because all of us will be putting out vids about it. Well, it seems since there is no one else here, but I still want to get all that information out there. I'm going to go ahead and shut this stream down again. I apologize for that broken signal. I lost my signal. I had to reestablish it, but I got it back. And I'm going to go ahead and let YouTube process this. And for those that are watching this stream later, I do thank you for watching. And again, thanks to Art and Nina for dropping the super chats. And I explained at that time what a super chat is for those who have never seen that before. And again, that is a way to support the channel. And my About page has other info on how to support my channel, which I don't actively plug. I just leave them there. I leave my Patreon there. I leave my GoFundMe there. I leave my PayPal link there, just for whoever may want to use it. But again, I want to thank you for watching my Ration Mashup 6. I have one more to do. I'm not sure if I will go ahead and do that this coming weekend before I go on my family camping trip, or if I will wait till after I get back. I will decide that as the time comes, and as other things may happen that may require my attention. So again, thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.